Okay, well, we left off on diversity, correct? Now, we are a diverse country. Some have identified us or spoke of us being a mosaic. Some of us talk about being a tossed salad, yet others have said that we are a what? Andrew? A melting pot. Very good, Andrew. So, are we truly a diverse country? Yes. Do we truly want to be a diverse country?
Yes.
We do want to be a diverse country. Do we?
Yes.
Is that according to you? Or is that according to half of the United States? Or is that according to all of the United States?
All.
If we talked about what is on the right and what is on the left, we've talked about conservatism. We talked about how conservatism is to preserve. Conserve is to preserve. So those on the right, let's talk about immigration. Do they want to conserve? Or do they want to preserve? Or are they more liberal about immigration? They're more conservative. Do some in this country want to hold fast to the culture in which we have? How many times have you heard on television something to the effect of, "This is America, we speak English here"? A European language, mind you. Right? And we hear it all the time. So the question is, half of the nation wants to be diverse, yet the other half of the nation does not want to be diverse. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to submit to you this, that this country is a country of opportunity, yet others want to hold on to the opportunities. In any social arrangement, we have push and pull. In any social arrangement. Right now, you come into this room, we are struggling for positionality. But you've given yourself up to me out of respect. When we conform and we adhere to the laws of the United States and what is out there in our community, we choose to. We don't have to. Your mother and father, your friends, your girlfriend, and you, your brothers, your sisters, you and I, we are struggling for positionality. Okay, now, why am I mentioning this? Well, this struggle for positionality also applies to our social arrangements. And as the population of Hispanics grow, and as the left starts acquiring more, such as legalization of marijuana, such as gay marriage, acquiring gay marriage, such as open borders, the more immigration that comes through, the conservative is going to push back, and they're going to want to acquire more positionality. It's a struggle for power. So in what ways can we maintain that power? Ladies and gentlemen, if I am a Caucasian American, what's the likelihood of me going to Brownsville or South Texas? And if I am a Republican, what's the chance of me being elected? What's the chance of me being elected from San Antonio down south? What are the chances? Can I go to Brownsville and say, "Hey, I'm all about border security. Let's keep these rapists and murderers, these Mexicans, out of our country"? Will I be elected?
No.
What? I won't be elected? Wow. I tell you what, let me go north to Dallas. Now I'm in North Texas. And I say we must secure the border. We must keep these illegal aliens, out of our country. Will I be elected?
Yes.
Right now there's a big push. The ignorant things that Donald Trump is saying, talking about murders and rapists and we must secure this border, half of the nation is supporting him. Who's pushing back right now? Now we see on television, we see the left. We see the left acquiring more. Who's pushing back? The conservative right. That doesn't mean you're racist, ladies and gentlemen. That does not mean you're racist. However, the majority of the conservative right is what? African American. Is it? That was a question. Is it?
No, sir.
Are they?
No, sir.
Are they Hispanics?
No, sir.
The conservative majority right is white. I didn't say they were racist, but they are conservative on issues. Does everyone understand that? Are there any questions? Now, one way to maintain the status quo, one way to maintain power is through elections. Texas is a red state, which means we are Republican. Until the Hispanics start gaining more power and winning elections up north, we will remain a red state. Wow, did you hear what I just said? We will remain a red state. So as the population of Hispanics grow in the United States, the right is starting to lose power. Now there's only two ways in which the conservative right or Republicans will win. That's if Hispanics assimilate and vote Republican, or African Americans acquire more capital and vote Republican, or more people that are white vote than are minorities. What I just said makes sense? That's the only two ways they're going to win. More whites vote than the previous election, or more Hispanics and African Americans vote for Republicans. But as the population grows, in the 2000 census, there was approximately 32 to 33 million Hispanics. That's Cuban, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. And in the 2010 census, there was over 55 million Hispanics. That's a 25 million person swing. And these people that come over here, first generation Hispanics, possibly second generation Hispanics, are going to vote what? Democratic or Republican? Are they going to vote Democratic or Republican? Javi?
Democrat.
Jorge?
Democrat.
Sam? Democrat. Why do I say first and second generation? Because as Hispanics start assimilating into the American culture, they start acquiring capital. And when they start acquiring capital, they start acquiring more. They now move into the middle class. Like you and your family. Your kids. Now you acquire capital. Now it's the haves and the have-nots. You are the haves. While these people coming over here from other countries are the have-nots. They want opportunity. They want the American dream. A lot of them ask for help in acquiring the American dream. And those who make it up the ladder look back and said, I did it, you can do it. We shouldn't be helping them. But if you were to lose everything today, you would ask for help too. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this, let me pose to you this scenario. I'm first generation. I am not that rich. I acquire my American citizenship within the first 2 or 3 years. Struggling to make it. I'm asking the government for help. I need help. And there's the right saying, well, we're giving them too much help. Let's cut back on some money that we're giving these battered women's shelter and these immigrants, the money to these welfare people. Okay? Now, I'll explain that in a little more. Now, I go into Stop and Go and I win $25 million. Now I'm a millionaire. Ladies and gentlemen, am I still going to be asking for help? I am now going to be what? Am I going to be a liberal or am I going to conserve? The government comes and says we're going to tax more. We want more money to help poor people out. Am I going to be a liberal or am I going to be a conservative?
Conservative.
I'm trying to hold on to my capital now, for me and my family. It's all about the haves and the have-nots. Do you understand that? Be careful. Be careful. Because what you are today may not be what you are tomorrow. I've known many instances where young ladies have sat here before me, young men have sat before me, who are Hispanic, who are minorities, and they argue against affirmative action. And they argue against people receiving help. And I say, well, you're middle class, you're third or fourth generation American. What you feel and what you believe comes from your family. We'll talk about that in just a second, shortly. Then their senior year, when they're filling out the applications, they ask for grants for Hispanics, or they ask for scholarships for Hispanics. Why would you do that? Well, it's not the same thing. I worked and I earned it. You're still asking for help in the form of grants, scholarships. Is it not the same thing? Oh, you're not asking for help. Let's talk about culture. Let's talk about culture. There are 7 elements of culture. Social organization, customs and traditions, language, religion, forms of government, economic systems. Right now, I want to concentrate on the social organizations. How do you know what you know? That's one of the fundamental philosophical questions that we ask somebody. How is it you know what you know? And I'm asking you, Eric, how is it you know what you know?